Alright, Cora, we are back with another D&D movie time. And school is getting closer, so we're going to throw in the last few minute extras before the end of summer for you. So today we are going to be watching...
The camera's not
It's fine.
Me. It's not facing me.
It's fine. What are we watching?
On me.
Alright. This movie has Steve Martin, Lily Tomlin, and it's sort of a similar story to something you've already seen when we watched Stargate Atlantis. There was that one episode where Rodney shared his body with someone else from Atlantis, who was a woman. And, you know, of course, for the sake of Stargate, they had to make a problem where they had to get her out. So I don't really remember this one too well, how it ends. I do remember seeing it maybe like once when I was a kid. Are you looking forward to this movie? Alright, well, you'll get to tell us what it's all about when we're back, so. Alright, so we'll be right back after we finish watching All of Me, starring Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. Food's just about ready.
Roger Cobb was a rising young lawyer whose first big case...
Guess what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to come back from the dead.
Was a basket case.
What am I missing here?
You see, thanks to His Holiness Prakalaza, my soul is going to leave my body forever and become one with the universe. Which time my soul will enter her body.
Ah, good plan.
They put his soul in a bowl. But things got out of control.
I lost her.
What's that?
And it worked. Oh, my Lord! I can't believe this. I can't even die right.
Please tell me this is not happening.
We obviously have mutual control over our body.
Our body! It's my body! I'm not sharing my body with anyone! Everybody's gonna be real disappointed.
Now, Edwina Cutwater is dead and living in Roger Cobb's body.
You know, you have a great deal to learn about making someone feel welcome.
Let's get something straight here. I never liked you when you were in your body. I certainly don't like you in mine.
She's spoiling his love life.
Edwina!
He did it with a dead woman?
He's ruining her afterlife.
We can't go in there. That's the men's room. Just shut up and do as I say.
She's getting under his skin.
Don't I excite you?
Hey, better go away, will you? I own it, buddy. What if you got pregnant? You have no right. No, you have no right. It's 2 o'clock. I want you out of me by 3:15. Now, where's this woman?
Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin in All of Me.
Alright, so we just finished watching All of Me, starring Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin. Cora, what was this movie about?
So basically, this William...
Yes, he was a lawyer. He has to go do a last will and testament for a dying woman.
Yeah, whatever that means. And that dying woman hired, or someone hired, a cuckoo crazy man which actually does voodoo magic.
A shami.
A shami, whatever that
A
means.
swami, I mean. Sounds like something out of a Dr. Seuss book, a swami.
I know that's Harry Potter.
Anyways, So basically, this young girl wants to become one with the universe, and the old woman wants to have her soul transferred into the other girl's body. So they're going to kind of do like a body swap. And the lawyer says that she's crazy and basically thinks it's a scam, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she threatens to have him fired. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Well, what else happens?
Oh yeah, I back there for a second, sorry.
Come on! What happens?
And then basically someone stupid or accidentally, I don't know, I think chaos is going on, accidentally push the ball that she
I think you
transferred
jumped
her
a little
soul
bit,
to.
because she actually starts dying when she goes to the office.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
while she's dying, they're performing this ritual.
Yeah, but like you always whine about, I would add too much detail.
Well, we don't need to know the colors of everything or what doors they were walking in, and there's plenty of info you're leaving out. I'm just saying, you jumped from, we just found out she's dying and hiring this person and leaving all her money to this person, to now she's dead. You gotta lead the audience with what's going on. So she's dying, and this is what they're doing. They're doing this ritual.
That's
where
what
they
detail
put her soul in a bowl, right?
That's what detail means. But yeah. And then basically some idiot accidentally pushed the ball. Or pushed somebody that then pushed the ball.
Bowl.
And the ball fell on the lawyer's head. I think it was the white side.
Yeah.
And then he was entering his car, a taxi. He was entering something. And then he found it out.
Now he's sharing his body with her. So they spend the rest of the movie trying to get her out of his body. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You stop playing with that?
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Hold on.
So they spend the rest of the movie trying to get her out of his body. What do they end up finding out?
That
She really was being scammed by this girl, because the girl didn't think that this magic ritual was going to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to her surprise, it actually does work, and
she was able to as an advantage and take her money.
But finally, in the end, when she's faced with jail, the girl decides to transfer her.
Let me say it. She made a deal with the lawyer that basically she can share her body, except she won't be in her own body. She'll be ours.
So she goes into the horse, and the dying old woman gets her body.
Uh-huh.
And then she ends up with Steve Martin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer. So that was all of me. Alright, when we come back, we're going to give our final scores and our thoughts on this movie. See you in a little bit.
Bye. Come over here.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware! Will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, starting with you, Cora. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give All of Me?
9 out of 10. The movie was pretty good, but I think some jokes or some stuff that I didn't understand just
Went over your head or
Yeah.
hit the chair?
It hit the chair, bounced it back, landed on the floor, bounced it back to the ceiling, and then just hit a board.
Did you have a favorite character?
Probably the woman that the boy was showing his body with.
Lily Tomlin?
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite scene?
Probably the whole scene.
At the end?
Yeah. I mean, if you watch the movie, you gotta agree, that's like the most funniest scene ever in the movie. Like, I get it, he could be sent to jail or become an animal, but he's gonna be a monkey. Like, you get monkeys are kinda...
No, because she liked horses.
I know, but like...
And here's my final question for you on this topic. Did this really bring back to you the memory of watching that one episode of Stargate Atlantis?
Yeah, I did. You reminded me multiple times, so pretty sure if I didn't, I was...
Well, I'm just saying, on its own, did the movie make you think of that?
Yeah, right. Basically, I thought like either Atlantis
Would you say that helped you like the movie more or less?
more, but also kind of less because either Atlantis did this.
Are you possessed by two people? You keep giving me two answers, yes and no. More and less.
No, but basically, like, it felt like either Stargate was ripping off this movie for episode, or the movie was ripping off Stargate for the movie.
Well, I'm sure this story has been done a few more times. I can't think of too many movies or TV shows that have a premise like this. I know there's plenty of premises where the two main characters switch bodies completely, like in that movie we watched, Freaky. But there's not too many where they share body. But I'm sure there's some, so. But this is the first one that always came to mind whenever I saw that one episode of Stargate Atlantis. Anything else about the movie you want to say?
No.
Alright, well, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give All of Me probably a 7. It was good. I enjoyed Steve Martin's performance. It's not his greatest performance. I still like other Steve Martin movies more. There are some Steve Martin movies I haven't even watched. A few that I could think of that might be better than this. I think he was in Father of the Bride movies. I know he was in The Jerk. He's been in a couple others, like I think Cheaper by the Dozen. So I do enjoy some of his movies. Probably one of my absolute favorites with him is probably The Three Amigos. This isn't like the first comedy I'm going to run to put on. But if somebody else is watching it for the first time or watching it in general, I wouldn't say too much about it. I'd probably like, okay, yeah, I can sit through this. No problem. I enjoy it enough. Like I said, this isn't something I'm going to rush to put on, but I wouldn't mind even seeing them do like an updated version with like maybe some new actors. Like I was thinking about as I was watching this, like, you know, a lot of Steve Martin's performance really reminded me of like Jim Carrey from Liar Liar. So I feel like Jim Carrey could play in this if they did a remake, taking on the Steve Martin role. And I feel like they could actually get an older woman to play the old woman. And then have someone like maybe somewhat close to Jim Carrey's age, but have an attractive woman playing the scam artist. And the Swami could be played by the guy who played Murray from Stranger Things. Like, I think he'd be perfect. But, yeah, this is a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. I'm glad Cora enjoyed it. For some reason, I don't know why. Like, I don't recall seeing this movie very often. And I found out it was released in 1984, which was only 2 years after I was born. So I was like 3 or 4 probably when my parents watched it. Maybe 5 at most. So I don't know why I remember this movie so well. I mean, well enough to know, like, oh, this... Like, when I saw that one episode of Stargate Atlantis for the first time, I'm like, oh, that makes me think of this movie with Lily Tomlin in it. I don't know why. Random facts in my head that just snapped together. And that's why I recommended it for me and Cora to watch. But yeah, alright. So, this is a bonus episode, which is... Today should be Wednesday. So we will still have an episode coming out Fridays. We're just going to kind of finish off the month with a few extra bonus episodes while we have family in town. We're getting this done. And before school starts and Cora goes back to school, which will be just a couple weeks from now or a week and a half from now. I think it's the last week of August she'll be back in school, so. Alright, my Guardian of Light book series contest is still going on. If you want a chance to win yourself a free copy of Book 6, signed by me, the author, once it releases, hopefully at the end of September, be sure to check the description below and find the email address where you can send a selfie of yourself along with yourself holding your favorite book in the series so far out of the first 5 books. So, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we will see you all in the next review.